Have you ever wondered who invented the aeroplane? It's hard to imagine a world without the convenience of air travel, but it's a relatively recent addition to human history. The concept of flight has long captured the human imagination. Our ancestors gazed up at the sky, marveling at the birds soaring above them, and dreamed of one day joining them. Tales of flight fill our myths and legends, from Icarus and his wax wings in ancient Greece to Leonardo da Vinci's intricate flight designs in the Renaissance. Prior to the invention of the aeroplane, there were a number of early attempts at flight. Some of the first were kites, believed to have been invented in China around 2,500 years ago. These were followed by the invention of hot air balloons in the 18th century by the Montgolfier brothers in France. These balloons gave people the first real taste of flight, but they were at the mercy of the wind and difficult to control. But it wasn't until the turn of the 20th century that the dream of controlled, powered flight became a reality. This was thanks to two brothers from Ohio, Orville and Wilbur Wright. They were not the first to build and fly experimental aircraft, but they were the first to invent controls that made fixed wing-powered flight possible. The Wright brothers' contribution to the world of aviation was immense. They built the world's first successful airplane, the Wright Flyer, which took its inaugural flight on December 17, 1903. This flight lasted a mere 12 seconds, but it represented a pivotal moment in human history. The Wright brothers' invention changed the world forever. But how exactly did they come up with the idea for the aeroplane? To answer that question, we'll need to take a closer look at their lives, their inspirations, and the trials and tribulations they faced on their journey to make their dream of flight a reality. And so, our journey into the birth of the aeroplane begins. Let's delve into the journey of the Wright brothers and their invention. Born and raised in Ohio, Wilbur and Orville Wright were two ordinary brothers with an extraordinary dream. Their fascination with flight was sparked at a young age when their father gifted them a small helicopter toy. This simple toy ignited a flame in them that would eventually lead to the invention of the first successful aeroplane. Intrigued by the idea of human flight, they began their experiments in the late 19th century. They started with kites and gliders, studying the flight patterns of birds and drawing inspiration from the works of previous aviation pioneers. They believed that the key to successful flight was not just power, but control. And so they developed a system of three-axis control that allowed the pilot to steer the aircraft effectively and maintain its equilibrium. This was a significant departure from the popular belief at the time, which focused mainly on designing powerful engines. The Wright brothers, however, understood that an effective control system was just as crucial. This insight set them apart from their contemporaries and placed them on the path towards success. In December of 1903, their relentless pursuit bore fruit. The Wright brothers achieved the first powered, sustained, and controlled flight of an aircraft. Their invention, the Flyer, was a biplane with a wingspan of 40 feet 4 inches. It was powered by a 12-horsepower engine, which the brothers had designed and built themselves. This flight, though it lasted only 12 seconds and covered a distance of 120 feet, marked a turning point in human history. It was the dawn of a new era, an era of aviation. The Wright brothers had done what many thought impossible. They had taken to the skies. The Wright brothers' invention was a major breakthrough, but they weren't the only ones working on developing aircraft. While the Wright brothers are often credited with inventing the aeroplane, they weren't the only pioneers in the field of aviation. In fact, the landscape of aviation history is dotted with remarkable individuals who, with their relentless spirit of innovation, contributed to the development of flight. Among these pioneers, Otto Lilienthal, Samuel Langley, and Gustav Whitehead stand out as significant figures. Otto Lilienthal, a German aviation pioneer, was an iconic figure in the late 19th century. Known as the Flying Man, Lilienthal was the first person to make controlled, sustained flights with a glider. His work heavily influenced the Wright brothers, who considered him a key inspiration in their own quest for flight. Across the Atlantic in the United States, Samuel Langley was making strides in aviation. A scientist and a secretary of the Smithsonian Institution, Langley successfully launched unmanned aerodromes, demonstrating that mechanical flight was indeed possible. Despite the failure of his later attempts with manned flights, Langley's work played a crucial role in the development of aviation. And then there was Gustav Whitehead, a controversial figure in aviation history. Whitehead claimed to have made powered flights before the Wright brothers. While his claims have been the subject of much debate, there's no denying that his designs, particularly the number 21, had a profound impact on aircraft design. These pioneers and many others worked tirelessly, experimenting and innovating, laying the groundwork for the evolution of aviation. Their contributions, combined with those of the Wright brothers, led to the birth of the modern aeroplane. They dared to dream of a world where humans could fly, and in doing so, they changed the course of history. Their work has paved the way for the incredible advancements we see in aviation today, from jumbo jets that can carry hundreds of passengers across continents to fighter jets that break the sound barrier. These pioneers laid the groundwork for the modern aviation industry, which has come a long way since the first flights. From the first wooden gliders to today's high-speed jets, the aeroplane has undergone a remarkable evolution. Let's dive into this thrilling journey of innovation and discovery. The early 1900s saw the birth of powered flight with the Wright brothers' invention. However, the aeroplanes of this era were far from the sleek, powerful machines we know today. They were essentially motorized kites made of wood and cloth, propelled by engines that generated a mere handful of horsepower. The real game changer came in the 1930s with the introduction of all-metal aircraft. The Boeing 247 and Douglas DC-3, for instance, revolutionized air travel with their durability, speed, and capacity, paving the way for commercial aviation as we know it. But the quest for speed and power didn't stop there. The mid-20th century witnessed the advent of jet engines, a groundbreaking innovation that dramatically increased the speed and altitude capabilities of aircraft. The de Havilland Comet, the world's first commercial jetliner, took to the skies in the early 1950s, ushering in the jet age and shrinking the world in the process. The evolution of the aeroplane, however, did not plateau with the jet engine. In the 1960s, the quest for even greater speed led to the development of supersonic flight. The Concorde, a symbol of this era, could travel faster than the speed of sound, reducing transatlantic flight times by half. The modern era of aviation has seen the rise of incredibly efficient long-haul aircraft like the Boeing 787 Dreamliner and Airbus A350, as well as the advent of unmanned aerial vehicles or drones. These developments reflect the ongoing quest for efficiency, sustainability, and versatility in aviation. The evolution of the aeroplane is a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of progress. From humble beginnings to astonishing feats of engineering, the aeroplane continues to evolve, shaping our world in immeasurable ways. And who knows what the future holds? As long as the sky is the limit, the story of the aeroplane is far from over. The invention of the aeroplane has had a profound impact on our world. This is an understatement. Its influence is so deeply woven into the fabric of our lives, it's hard to imagine a world without it. Consider first the realm of travel. Before the airplane, a journey across the ocean was an ordeal lasting weeks or even months. Today, we slip into the sky and emerge halfway around the world in a matter of hours. Distant lands, once the stuff of myth and legend, are now just a plane ride away. The aeroplane has turned our vast planet into a global village. Then there's commerce. The aeroplane has supercharged global trade. High-value goods, perishable items, and time-sensitive documents now crisscross the globe at breakneck speed. The aeroplane has allowed businesses to operate across continents, transforming local markets into global ones. In the field of warfare, the aeroplane has been a game-changer. From reconnaissance to bombing runs, the aeroplane has given militaries a new dimension of operations, changing the face of conflict forever. And let's not forget culture. The aeroplane has brought us closer together, enabling the exchange of ideas, cuisines, music, and more. It's helped to create a global culture, a melting pot of influences from every corner of the world. The aeroplane has also given us a new perspective on our planet. From the window of an aircraft, we see the Earth as it truly is, a finite sphere, a precious blue marble in the vastness of space. This vantage point has fostered a greater appreciation for our planet and the need to protect it. From the Wright brothers' first flight to today's global aviation industry, the aeroplane has truly changed the world. Every takeoff and landing is a testament to human ingenuity. And the sky's not the limit. With advancements in technology and our unquenchable thirst for exploration, who knows what the future of aviation holds?